It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and we'll be watching the Oilers' Offensive Player of the Year. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season going to this point. It's the Oilers and the Packers. All that and more coming up next.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers and the Houston Oilers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mullins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm just lucky that we use the backside of the backfield. Because I never, when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 20 carries, 76 yards. Play action this time with Love.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he gets it down to the 32. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he gets it down to the 32. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. Off the play fake, Love. And brought in downfield by Burks. And down he goes, taking it inside. Shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there at 22. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got a sight set on another big game right here.
Second and a couple.
22 needle. Red, cycle. Ready.
On play action, Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. With touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Oilers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. When you look at this defense, we know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
On third down, Love work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Again, it's Love. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Love's throw finds its target, Dobbs. And he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They run the counter. Lincoln, and not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Love. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Love. Now the ball comes loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play. it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well.
It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Houston. 65 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the winning foot field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make... Get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. And now Love going to change things up. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Lincoln, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Love now. Under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall up, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
On 2nd down now, it's Crawford. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. An even 100 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Young now from the 50. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting his inside the 25. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. It's Young off play action. He finds his man complete. That's Morrow. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Out of the gun, it's Young. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well, swarming to the
touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Oilers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Juju Brents. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get... quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Following the interception, Young. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Young on 3rd down. He finds his man complete. That's Crawford. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. On third down, Lincoln. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And taken right on the 30. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Houston. It's a punt return score of 70 yards. And the Oilers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Love. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. To throw now. Here's Love. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Following the interception, Love. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Towards the middle and caught by Musgrave. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready,
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of the first after a gain of about 9. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Taken at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
That's a tremendous start to the 3rd quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They'll try the left side. Crawford. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And he can... That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. He finds his man complete. That's Morrow. 7 yards there and a 1st down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage,
touchdown! A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Oilers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or 2? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. 1st down, going to the air with Love. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Love looking to throw it. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now a 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun. Love. He finds his man complete. It's Reed. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first. Is made at the 33. Here's Riley Dixon now. as he's on to punt for Green Bay. This is taken at the 10. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Houston set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, it's Crawford. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
He finds his man, complete. That's Crawford. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Switch, yellow. Set.
Up the middle they go. Crawford. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Check White. Ready?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
A quick throw by Young, caught out wide. Touchdown! A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Oilers have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Packers.
1st down, Love to pass.
That's complete to Dobbs.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
Going back to Love. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts. And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. A great play there. A dynamo since the break, 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And the Oilers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Brian Burns in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 17.
Blue check.
Love. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
they lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food, because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air. And the Oilers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point splits the uprights. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Touchdown, Packers! A very rare kickoff return on an onside kick. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Ready?
Young quickly to the flat, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
22 needle. Hunt, hunt.
Now here's Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time. But I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
Steel, black. Hunt, hunt.
To throw, Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line.
52. Ready?
Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll bring up second down. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL. That's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of it.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Go red. Hey, red. 6. Mega. Go pink. Fury. Yellow. Red. Cycle.
To the air once more, Young. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last. This time 18 more and a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touch.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Brian Burns, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance.
Yellow, lining, opposite, green.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Love. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
One to put it mildly for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Brian Burns in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Yellow, go. Set.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Houston, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.